Okay, everyone, if you please raise your hands for Magic head coach Steve Clifford, we'll get started. First question goes to Dan Savage from OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, how did you feel about your group's playmaking, especially down the stretch? Obviously Markelle was phenomenal, but just the playmaking of a group as a whole down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Well, I don't know how many assists we had. I mean, we scored 38 in the fourth, and it was by far our best quarter. We had stretches where our defense was a little bit better too. Obviously, I mean, we struggled to guard them for the majority of the night. And we also, the turnovers, it was our best half. We only had 5 turnovers in the second half, which was a big part of it too. So, listen, we did what we had to do in the fourth quarter. We played a good fourth quarter on the road against a good team, and that's a quality win.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, entering the offseason, how much emphasis did you place to Terrence to ask him to develop his pull-up game and his shooting off the dribble? And how valuable has it been in these 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you go back to it, I think a lot of his confidence in his pull-up, though, also is just a result of being blitzed so much, especially in the second half of last year, where people have forced him to play off the dribble more. And you put him in a pick and roll, both up high and on either side of the floor, and he's very confident off more than one dribble, which is, it changes a lot of things for a guy like him who gets that second defender and gets so much attention.
Rich Dubroff, Associated Press.
Hey, Steve, how important was it for you guys to clamp down on Russell Westbrook, and how different are the Wizards with Westbrook?
Oh, I mean, I think they're a bear to guard. I mean, first of all, they play at a pace which makes it difficult to kind of stay in touch with them. You put him out there with, they play lineups that are just very difficult to guard. And obviously, Brad Beal, he averaged 39 against us last year, and he had 39 again tonight. And we gave him a lot of special attention, and we're going to have to figure out a better plan against him before tomorrow.
Back to Josh Robbins.
Steve, how critical your team was down 99-97 when MCW took a charge. How critical was that play, and how difficult of a play is that for MCW to anticipate?
Well, there's not many guys that can do that because he was actually backpedaling and, with the offensive player coming at him. But he just has, I mean, he plays with technique, which is part of it. He has incredible instincts. And I think he's just, he's such a, he's an amazing competitor that, he brings an edge to our group. There's no question about it when he's on the floor. He guarded tonight. He guarded Brad Beal some. He guarded Russell Westbrook some. He guarded Bertans. I mean, he did that all last year too. And his pick and roll defense, obviously, to me, is one of the best pick and roll defenders in the league. But not many guys could make that play.
Dan Savage.
If you talked throughout training camp that you felt Markelle was ready to make a next step in his game. When he's going downhill like that, and both scoring and passing, just how difficult is he to defend?
Oh, I mean, plus he makes the right play. I mean, he's strong, he's fast, he's got a great skill level, and he can make every pass. I mean, he threw he had a couple lobs to AG. He had the one really nice drop off to Vooch on the when he went downhill to the basket on the side pick and roll. And hey, look, he's a really talented player. He's in a great place. He's putting a lot into it. And he's even last year, as he was just kind of finding his way, as you guys know, he makes big plays late in the game. I mean, he wants the ball, and he plays with a lot of courage late in the game.
Josh Robbins.
Steve, what kind of lift has Kem given your team offensively, not just with some of his kind of newfound scoring in different ways, but also with his screening? so far?
Oh, he's great. I mean, they love playing with him. You know, T. Ross is the one that has, I think, the best chemistry with him, which they developed a couple of years ago. And Kim has a great knack for, knowing where Terrence is, getting him open. It's one of the things in that second group right now that when we struggle, we're lacking is our purpose of play with some of that stuff, which we can, hopefully fix tomorrow in the walkthrough. But yeah, I mean, he's a great screener. He's got a roll game, and he's worked extremely hard. He's going to make some corner threes too. Guys will see corner threes. Guys see it in practice, but he's worked awfully hard with Mike Batiste on his jump hooks and his finishing around the basket.
Dan Savage.
Cliff, again, we talked a little bit about this earlier, just, how critical, with these back-to-backs, just is adjusting in some of these ballroom situations where, you're seeing a team, second straight night that, is in your division and you'll have to be familiar with.
Oh, and it's such a different dynamic, for the NBA. I mean, there's years, as you guys know, where you might play the same team, 2 nights in a row, but it might be, us here, and then tomorrow night we'd both go to Orlando and play. And so this is totally different. It's nice that we don't have to travel, but obviously it's always hard when you play those to win both of them. And this will be a really good challenge for our team.
Any other questions for Coach? Go ahead, Josh.
Steve, a silly question, but this will be the first time since the 2012-13 season that the Magic have opened a season 2-0. Do you even think for a second that your team might get a big head after a start like this?
No.
Anything else for Coach Clifford? All right, thanks, Cliff.
Thank you.